What's your first reaction to that? You gave yourselves a chance at the end, but I guess it was a game where you never felt like you quite got going.
Oh no, look, full credit to them. They made it hard for us to play, but you can't play sort of 30 minutes of footy and expect to win. So we had a bit of a patch in the second quarter and towards the end, but to be honest, there was too much left to too few. We had too many guys that sort of flashed in and out and didn't contribute.
You would have been disappointed with the start, but leading into half-time, the last probably 15 minutes before half-time was some really good footy. You would have been confident at half-time that you would be able to keep that going.
Yeah, look, I thought we fought our way back in the second half of the second quarter, but to that point we'd been clearly outworked by a more desperate team. So unfortunately, for the most part of the second half, it was the same.
Despite feeling like, aside from 15 minutes, you didn't play that great, you still had a chance to win. Is that a positive when you're not playing well, you're still in a game of footy?
Oh, look, I don't think we ever stopped trying, but we probably ended up sort of getting pulled apart, and everyone was trying hard, but not getting much system. So yeah, look, we've got to be much better. We were well below par today, but you can't play such a small period of the game and expect to win. So yeah, it wouldn't have been much justice, I don't think, if we'd got over the line.
No, but sometimes good teams find a way to do that. At the same time, you knew that Harrow was going to. It was sort of a must-win game for them. Harrow seemed to come with a game plan that did shut down some of your run, or did you feel like your guys were a little bit tired at the same time?
I don't know why we were tired. Didn't look tired. I thought it certainly looked flat early. And I thought it was just work rate, to be honest. Work rate to get that second phase run was clearly they were on top, and every time they went forward they scored. So we've got some areas, we know we've got some guys out, but we've got to be better at whoever comes in doing the job, which to this point we've been pretty good.
I would have thought Shane Hockey's been your best player of the first 6 weeks of the season. It was obviously a big loss to lose him early on. Yeah,
really early. So yeah, that was a challenge, and then a couple of other sore boys, and they had sore guys too. So look, there's no excuses. You've got to find a way, but he's pretty important to us. So hopefully he's okay.
Do you expect him to be okay? 9 days to go. Hopefully it's just a concussion. Is that what you're hoping at this point?
Yeah, look, got no idea, to be honest. As far as the only message we got was that he was done for the day. So we got 9 days, so that'll play itself out.
Needed other guys to step up in the midfield. I don't think you could have asked for any more from Brock and Marlon especially. Yeah,
I thought Marlon was super. Gets a pretty rough ride, I think. Doesn't get looked after too much, and because he's so hard at the ball, he seems to get penalised a bit too. So, but look, he was fantastic. Brock battled on as well, but it was pretty hard to find lots of guys that were in it for the full 4 quarters. We had lots that came in and out, unfortunately.
Yeah, the good thing about the team all season has been that you have so many contributors. I think today you had 12 guys that ended up with 10 touches or less. That's not a trademark of this team.
No, and look, any team that needs to win, you've got to have the majority of your team weigh in. So unfortunately we had too few today, and it doesn't matter who you're playing against, whether it's the top team, a team that's struggled, or who it is. If they get more contributors there, it's going to make it hard. So yeah, no, we've got to get better.
It's a pretty proud group, and you haven't lost many games for the last 30 months really. Do you expect them to bounce back pretty strongly next week?
Yeah, look, first of all we'll recover, and yeah, then there's obviously some stuff we've got to look at and work to get better. So they're a good, honest group, and they work really hard. So there's certainly nothing that I've seen from them in the past that would say that they're not going to come back pretty strongly.
And every time you come up against in a derby, you always say the same thing. It's a big game, and it doesn't matter where ladder positions. They had a win this week, so they'll take some confidence out of that, and I'm sure they'll be wanting to put in a better effort than they did in the Anzac Derby.
Yeah, absolutely. But we can't do much about them. We can only do fix us. So there's some things to fix, and the Twos had a pretty good win. So we'll have a look and pick the team for next week that we think gives us the best chance to beat East Fremantle.
Good luck.
All good, thanks.